Yeah. Soothing sounds. Soothing. Uh, when I listen to music like this, classical music, sometimes I just want to listen to something calm, kind of relaxing tone when I'm in a teaching type mode. Yeah, teaching mode. This is a disagreement video because I know people love drama between black men, okay? It's a disagreement video, okay? I disagree with BJ Johnson's position and some of the things that he stated as facts. I disagree with that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start, okay? Um, I'm going to start with Valentina first, okay? We're going to talk about Antonina Shevchenko, Valentina Shevchenko, and Gillian Robinson, okay? I'm going to have a discussion. I'm going to start with some of the talking points that you said about Valentina. Now, if you want to say, hey, Antonina Shevchenko is, ducking fades, okay, I get it, okay? We're going to talk about that later. But I felt like you conveniently just threw Valentina in there because Valentina's Antonina's sister, okay? And you may even believe that Valentina is ducking the fade, and that's cool. But, the first question that I have to ask, okay, so if Valentina don't want smoke with Gillian Robinson, okay? If she wants no smoke with Gillian Robinson, then why is Valentina on a mission, on a quest to get a third fight with Nunes? So I mean, I have to ask the question, okay? Is Gillian Robinson a bigger threat to Valentina than Amanda Nunes? How do you explain that? And if you don't believe me, let's just take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on. So here's an article that was posted about 18 days ago. And, Valentina was on the interview, and Valentina was saying, hey, she willing to fight Amanda Nunes for a third time. She wants this fight, okay? I find it really true. And you can read the article for yourself. It's MediaReferee.com. They got an interview. And I really, really find it's hard to believe that Valentina would even consider ducking Gillian Robinson. Okay, and you know what? I can't even believe that, we talking about this shit. Seriously? I thought it was about Antonina and Gillian, but, somehow Valentina just got thrown into it. Oh, okay, they didn't do this interview. They got the information from the Smo Zone podcast that, Valentina, she didn't mention Gillian Robinson. She want to fight Nunes. And I got to ask everybody listening to this video, okay? And please answer the question in the comment section. Is Gillian Robinson a bigger threat to Valentina than Amanda Nunes? Meaning that, does Valentina have a greater chance of losing against Amanda Nunes? Or does she have a greater chance of losing to Gillian Robinson? Like, it blows my mind. Like, why the hell would Valentina duck Gillian Robinson? Okay, let's look at the body of work, okay? Let's really, truly look at the body of work. Okay, so here's Valentina, okay? We all know. We all go to Sherdog. We all do. And, I'm looking at her fights, okay? Let's look at this resume, okay? She's about to fight Jennifer Maia. Now, I don't know, is Jennifer Maia the toughest person on the roster? No, okay? Is Jennifer Maia a tough opponent? Yes. Did Jennifer Maia, make her way up into the rankings? Of course she did, okay? I'm gonna accept these cookies. Okay, so Valentina, she's beat Caitlin Chikagian. She avenged the loss to Liz Carmouche, and however we want to think, okay? They put down that Liz Carmouche has a victory over Valentina, but we know that was an illegal upkick. And the referee, Valentina had a cut that they couldn't get under control. And so they stopped the fight. That's what happened in that fight. That fight, I don't know where it is anymore. It's gone. We don't know. Okay? Now, she beat the hype job and fraud, Jessica I. Okay? I don't even count Jessica I. Let's get to the real work. Okay? She beat Bojangles. Okay? She beat her, for the fourth time? Okay? She did it 3 times in Muay Thai and did it once in MMA. Okay? You got Priscilla Cachoeira, whatever. Okay, she lost to Amanda Nunes. Okay, she beat Juliana Pena. She beat Holly Holm. She lost to Nunes. She beat Kaufman. Okay? That's a tough resume. You look at some of the names that she's got, okay? And by the way, these are people that they're bigger than Valentina, okay? Well, when she fought in the 135-pound division, okay, these people were all bigger than Valentina Shevchenko. Much bigger than Valentina. And she had to fight those people because you either had to fight in strawweight or you either had to fight in bantamweight. But there was no in between. So then when they got the 125-pound division, up and cranking, Valentina was able to do her thing. Now, when you look at when Valentina first entered the 125-pound division, okay, there was a conclave of fighters that ducked Valentina. Okay, now the notion that people don't want to fight Valentina is true, because I have to disagree with you. If Gillian Robertson wanted to fight Valentina, well, why did she call out Antonina? I mean, that's pretty simple, you know. And I'll tell you why Gillian didn't call out Valentina. I don't even think it's because Gillian Robinson don't want to fight. I think Gillian Robinson knew that the matchmakers, they're not going to give her that fight. Okay, she hadn't done enough. And if we really want to go into what Gillian has done, let's look at her resume. Let's really take a look. Do anybody look at people's resumes and watch fights anymore? Okay, I'm going to tell you some wins, okay? And I got to tell you, every big fight, to me, that Gillian has fought, she's come up short, okay? The biggest win to me, I think the Poliana Batalha win is a big win, because Poliana is known for knocking people out, okay? And Gillian was able to actually get that decision over Poliana. She dominated the fight. And by the way, I like Gillian, but I do know there are certain fighters I don't like and certain fighters I do like. But on my show, one thing that I will say, yeah, I'm biased extremely, but I do have a level of balance to where I can kind of see things, okay? You know, this fight against Macy Barber, it was a big fight. Huge fight. She lost that fight, and she lost to, you know, Mayra Bueno Silva. Gillian Robinson still got some issues in this 125-pound division that she got to take care of. When Macy Barber get back, she got Macy Barber problems right now, okay? And she really need to go ahead and avenge that loss to Mayra Bueno Silva, okay? She need to go on and do that. It's a couple of things in this division that she got going on. And, you know, she even lost to Cynthia Calvillo early. And Calvillo is up in the top rankings, okay? So my thing is, okay, so she said, okay, well, Gillian, I ain't even hear Gillian say it. I heard BJ, I heard you say it. You know, that, hey, Valentina don't want any smoke. Okay, well, she don't, really. She don't. I'm just trying to think, who on Valentina's resume? Who on Valentina's resume, okay, could Gillian possibly beat? Could Gillian beat Caitlin Chikagian? It's possible. Could she beat Liz Carmouche? Nah, I don't think Gillian can beat Liz Carmouche. Could she beat Jessica Eye? Yeah, I think Gillian can beat Jessica Eye. Could Gillian beat Bojangles? Nope. Could she beat Priscilla Cachoeira? Probably. Could she beat Amanda Nunes? Hell no. Could she beat Juliana Pena? Nope. Could she beat Holly Holm? Mm-mm. Could she beat Sarah Kaufman? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Not gonna happen. Okay? Those are the toughest people on Valentina's resume, and those are top opponents. She's not gonna beat those people, y'all. Valentina she's not thinking about Gillian Robinson. She's thinking about Nunes, and the reason why is that because most of the division won't call out. Gillian had a chance to call out Valentina. She didn't do it. Okay? Gillian had a chance to call Valentina Shevchenko out. Why didn't it happen? Okay? Why did she call out Antonina? Okay? Well, in Gillian's mind, she thinks Antonina is a mark. Okay? She thinks that Antonina is a mark, an easy mark. And also, too, we'll get into Antonina a little later, okay? But when you look at the two resumes, it's like, it's night and day. Like, you know, I understand, you know, you guys are not Valentina fan, okay, on your channel. I get that. That's cool. But we got to start talking about fact and what's not fact. And the fact is, Valentina isn't ducking a fade with Gillian Robinson. It's the most asinine thing that I've ever heard. And not only that, you know, is there anybody on Gillian's resume that you think that Valentina couldn't defeat? Seriously, is there anybody on Gillian's resume that you think that Valentina couldn't beat? If we really look at this resume, okay, I mean, let's look at the losses. I mean, hell, do you think Valentina would lose to Mayra Bueno Silva? No, she's one-dimensional. Okay, she's a jiu-jitsu person. Okay, could Valentina lose to Macy Barber? Macy Barber already tried training with Valentina, and man, Macy Barber couldn't even keep up, man. Macy Barber quit during the training. The training got so difficult. No, Macy Barber won't be beating Valentina Shevchenko. Botello, Courtney Casey, Sarah Froda. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. These people, they can't beat Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina is not ducking Gillian Robinson. I mean, it's asinine. But I'm going to tell you, though, I do like what Gillian doing. Gillian is bringing, you know, she's bringing fire to the division. She's bringing it to it. And this is a good thing, okay? Don't get me wrong, Gillian Robertson is good for the 125-pound division. She's doing what she's supposed to do. That's bringing heat to this division, okay? My only question for Gillian is, why did she not call out Valentina? I mean, if you feel that Valentina don't want smoke with this girl, why? Let's talk about Antonina Shevchenko. Now, this is the resume of Antonina Shevchenko. Now, listen, I'm just going to tell you straight up, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up. On this channel, people, man, you supposed to call out people ducking. Well, you know, Gillian called out Antonina, she ducked. Okay, let's look at Antonina's pattern, okay? I don't believe Antonina ducked Gillian Robertson. Matter of fact, I don't even think it at all. Here's my first question. Why did Gillian call out Antonina? Why did she call out Antonina? I mean, did she call out Antonina because Antonina's a mark? Yeah. Did she call out Antonina because maybe she thought that would be a quick way to the title? Okay, did she think that? I mean, I don't, you know, it could be both. Gillian Robertson, you know, probably thinks that this would be a quick way to get to a title shot. And this is wrong with the mentality of this millennial, of this generation. Y'all don't want to work for nothing. Y'all don't want to do anything. Y'all want to quick everything. Everything's a quick with y'all. Y'all don't want to work. Y'all don't want to put in the time that's necessary to do the things. And I'm not talking about you. Oh, God, look at that. Advertisements. Let's go back up. I'm not talking about you in particular, but I am talking about this generation of young fighters. These fighters, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to work their way up, to build themselves up. No, they want everything now. See, that was the problem that happened to Megan Anderson. Instead of waiting, instead of buying her time, nope. She went and called out Holly Holm and Jermaine Durandame, but then when it was time to fight Chris Cyborg, she ran. Okay? These young fighters, they want everything now. That's why she called out Antonina, because she thought it was an easy route to the title. Okay? First of all, let's look at this. Okay? Antonina Shevchenko has a pattern. Okay? Now, the UFC, in some situations, not every situation, but you go and you get your health scan at the end of the fight. When you're knocked out, or when you're even knocked out, or when you're beaten up badly, they take you to the hospital and they determine if you're fit to fight, and they give you a time frame. Okay, Antonina Shevchenko, there was no way she could have fought Gillian Robertson. I don't care what Gillian says, she couldn't have fought her back in August. She couldn't have. There's no way. Because when you get your health scan, the concussion protocol and what the hospital and the doctors tell you, 6 to 8 months, it's standard. Okay, now look at this date. She fought Caitlin Chikagian on May 20th. It was a brutal loss. Everybody's going to agree to that. Very, very brutal. Okay, now it's what, October now? Let's count the months. Okay, from May, this is the end of May. Let's just say this is June, because really and truly this is the end of May. Okay, June. Okay, let's say this June, July, August, September, October, and it's November now. Okay, all right, so we are 6 months out. Okay, June. Okay, wait a minute. June, July, August, September. 5 to 6 months out. Okay, and she's gonna be fighting Ariana Lipski. I mean, is the narrative going on that, well, okay, she ducked her to fight Lipski? Like, I don't get that. It's not. Okay, because in August Antonina couldn't. She couldn't have fought her anyway, because of that protocol that they give. Okay, and what has Antonina been doing during that time? She's been working on her pilot's license. I mean, hell, she couldn't fight. She couldn't do a lot of sparring. She couldn't do contact for that amount of time. Okay, and in the first 30 days, they tell you, you can't touch anybody. You can't do anything for the first 30 days. So I don't, and then Antonina also has a pattern. Okay, even if Antonina Shevchenko, let's just say if she did this, if she would have taken the fight, okay, May. Okay, from June to August is short notice. Antonina doesn't, she has a history of not taking fights in a short notice. Okay, that's her history. It's been her history. She don't ever take short notice fights. And if you look at from when she started her career in MMA, okay, look, you look at the time frame. Now, some of these other things, she was doing she was doing Muay Thai, so I get that. But let's look at true MMA when she fought Anissa Hadawi. Okay, then she fought Valerie Demerge. That was 3 months away, right? October, November, December. She fought her in 3 months. Antonina normally needs about 12 weeks for a camp. She's not going to go less than that. Are you people starting to understand now how this is being? I'm breaking this down for y'all bit by bit, okay? She didn't duck her. Valentina, they're not ducking Gillian Robertson. It just sounds ridiculous, okay? All right, from December okay, to June. Okay, that's like almost damn near 8 months. Okay, when she fought again. Okay, she fought what? Queenie Navarro. Then from June to November. Okay, y'all see how many months this is? Can you guys see Antonina's like pattern? Can y'all see her pattern and how she fights? She's not gonna take a fight, like less than 12 weeks. Okay, she can't have. She's never done that, and she's not Valentina. Valentina has been known to do that. Antonina doesn't do that. She's never going to do that, and that's the problem. So now, she got beat up by Caitlin Chikagian in May. Okay. So she got beat up by Caitlin in May. Okay. Chikagian got beat up Caitlin Chikagian beat her up in May. Okay. Now let's look at May. Okay. So May 30. We'll even say that let's count that as June since it's at the end of the month. Okay. All right. So June, July. Okay. So wait a minute. No, we'll count as June, July. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. July, August. Okay. Guys, that's 8 weeks. That's 2 months. Antonina doesn't take 2-month fight camps. She don't take fight camps for 8 weeks. She doesn't do that. Guys, in her career, she's never done that. Look at the time spaces in between the fights. She's never done that. That would have meant that Antonina would have had to take a short notice fight. She never does that. So I don't understand how we can say, oh, she ducking. No, she's not. It's not in her pattern. Y'all see now she's going to fight Ariane Lipsky. Okay, it's in November. Now let's count, okay? Let's count the number of months. Let's see if Antonina is following her same pattern, okay? Let's see. Because she had a concussion protocol, okay? Had a health thing. They did a health screening. First 30 days, no contact. And then from 6 to 8 months, no fights, okay? Let's count. Okay, starts in May. Let's see, June, okay? Or May, June, okay, July, August, September, October, November. So we're looking at a 20-week fight camp, okay? 5 months, 20 weeks. That's about where she is. That's how she does, okay? Antonina will do a fight camp anywhere from 12 to 24 weeks, okay? That's Antonina. Okay? She fights every 3 to 4 to 5 months. What else do y'all have to say? Okay, it's asinine, okay? And what does fighting Antonina do for Gillian Robertson's career? Okay, let's take a look. Let's look at the rankings, everybody. Let's take a look at the rankings. And you guys see for yourself. Okay, so here are the rankings. Everybody see this? Look at this. Antonina Shevchenko is ranked number 15. Okay, and I know some people say the rankings don't matter. Okay, Gillian Robertson is number 12. So, guys, look at this. What do you think? Do you think her fighting Antonina Shevchenko is going to get her a title shot with Valentina? Guys, it's preposterous. Oh, man, I said preposterous. Damn. It's asinine. Okay? It's asinine. Gillian Robertson got Macy Barber problems. She got Barber problems. And then you see all these other people in between them. Arojo, like, do you think that they're going to allow her beat Antonina, right? And then skip over the entire division for a title shot? But miraculously, mysteriously, Valentina is ducking. Come on, y'all. Come on. Guys, I gotta reiterate, Valentina is ducking someone that didn't even call her out. How do you explain this? How do you explain this? I gave y'all facts, okay? I gave it to you. It's there. She didn't duck Gillian Robertson, y'all. She's not afraid of Gillian Robertson. Oh, she was offered to fight. Okay, well, okay, Gillian said. Gillian said she was offered to fight. I mean, how do we know? Did Antonina get a contract offer? No, you know what they normally do? They normally call, and they call the managers and say, hey, I got a fight for you. Okay, I got a fight for you. This fight, hey, you gonna take this fight. Well, Antonina never got that call. The matchmakers, they're not gonna give her that call. Okay, not in August anyway, after just being decimated by Caitlin Chikagian, in June, sorry. She didn't get that call. Okay, and she couldn't have fought anyway. It wasn't a duck. She couldn't have fought anyway. It's impossible, guys. I don't get it. And we can argue. The Antonina argument can keep going on and on, but the Valentina argument is dead. That's dead, okay? That's just dead in the water. Okay? That's very dead in the water. Valentina ain't even thinking about no damn Gillian Robertson. She trying to get a third fight with Nunes to try to be the champ. She trying to solidify legacy, man. Gillian hasn't done enough. And I'm going to tell you what the problem See, I'm gonna tell you, when I interview Mazo, okay, we don't even discuss, hey, Sabina, what are you gonna do? Are you ready for a fight with the champ? I don't throw that her way, because I know that those are questions that they're difficult questions that, a young fighter, trying to make a name for themselves, they don't want that pressure, because when you ask them, hey, would you fight Valentina? They're gonna say yes, but they have to, because they don't want to seem like they're weak in front of their fan base. They don't want to do that. So they're going to say yes. They're going to say what we want to hear. I would never put that pressure on a young fighter. I would say, hey, is it your goal to be the champion one day? And that's an easy question. Now, everybody's going to say yes to that, but it's something askable. But I wouldn't put Gillian in a spot where, and I'm not saying you did that, but I'm not going to put her in a spot to where she's got to answer. Gillian got work to do. Gillian got work to do in that division. She's got a lot of work, okay? She's not getting a champion after beating Antonina, who's on a 2-fight losing streak. And she's not afraid of Montana De La Rosa. Valentina isn't afraid of Montana. Who's got the better resume? Who got the better resume, y'all? It's asinine. It's asinine. Hell, I don't even think Montana De La Rosa, I don't even think she can deal with them. I think she would have problems with Jessica I think De La Rosa would have problems with Chikagian. Like, come on. Can De La Rosa beat Nunes? Can she beat Pena? Can she beat Holly Holm? Could she beat Sarah Kaufman? I mean, is this even up for discussion, ladies and gentlemen? Is it up for discussion? Should we even be talking about this? But we gotta talk about facts. We gotta talk about facts. Do you know that Valentina, when she came into the UFC, she was a heavy underdog against Kaufman, and she won that fight? She was a heavy underdog against Holm. She won that fight. Oddly enough, though, she was an underdog against Nunes the first time, but she was a favorite against Nunes the second time. I found that kind of strange, since Nunes decisively won the first fight. But that's the subject for another video. Okay? I mean, do you think Montana De La Rosa can beat Bojangles? Come on. Come on, y'all. We got to start thinking about this subjectively. We got to think. Antonina fights in 12 or more weeks, 3 months. 3 months out. A lot of times, 3 to 4 to 5 months. She's never taken a fight back to back. She's never done that. Okay, and I can tell you, health screening protocols, they give those. Some fighters, they don't. Some fighters, they do. Some fighters, the doctors say, listen, no, you can't fight for this amount of months. So, what was she going to do? What was Antonina going to do? Antonina been working on getting a pilot's license because she knew she couldn't fight. There was no way she was physically going to fight in August anyway. Because of that protocol that they have when they examine you after a damn fight, when you get beat like that. It's just what it is. And some fighters, I don't know, they get beaten, then you see them again. But the doctors determine, the doctors determine, hey, you're fit to fight. Or, hey, don't fight for this amount of time. Don't spar for this amount of time. Don't do this. Don't do that. Antonina is nearing about 6 months, 5 to 6 months. Okay? She's nearing 5 to 6 months. So now, she's going to be in a fight with Lipsky. Now, probably, has Antonina been doing hard contact, the first couple months of this? Probably not. I mean, Antonina probably hadn't even done any real tight sparring or any kind until, about end of September, October, around that time frame. Because they give you a certain amount of time that you can do stuff, and then they tell you when you can fight again. They tell you all of this, okay? They tell you this. So, no, I don't think Antonina ducked. Okay, we can say what we want to say, and fighters can tell people what they want, okay? It's good. It's good that Gillian Robertson brought all this up, because guess what this is doing for the division, okay? It's bringing talk around the division. I'm going to leave y'all with this, okay? I'm going to leave you with this. If Gillian Robertson, if she steps into the octagon with Valentina, and I'm telling you, okay, after her next fight, let's say they give her a title shot, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to this girl. Valentina, start running from this woman, okay? But what's going to happen to Gillian Robertson is this. Y'all remember this, okay? And also this. Yeah, you guys remember that, don't you? And finally, I'm gonna leave you with this. Y'all didn't forget about this. Okay? Valentina is very real. And I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm not saying it to be, whatever. Um, I think though what it is, there are a lot of people that don't like Valentina. There are a lot of people that definitely dislike my channel. So it's one of those things, okay? Valentina was thrown into this. Why? I don't know. Because she has nothing to do with the topic. Valentina was not even a mention of topic. Gillian didn't bring up Valentina after the fight. Gillian wanted Antonina. She wanted Antonina. But I think definitely you have to put to rest that Valentina's ducking this woman. She's not. She's not ducking this woman. And you have to put the rest. I mean, okay, Antonina fights in 3 to 4 month period spurts anyway. But she couldn't have fought Gillian anyway. And that's just the way that is.